Fernando Tatis, for those that don't know, is a young, super exciting, budding superstar for the San Diego Padres. Most won't know because, one, baseball's terrible at promoting themselves, and two, it's San Diego, so nobody cares. But Fernando Tatis really lighting the world on fire so far. In a game last night against the Texas Rangers, the Padres were blowing the doors off them at this point. I think they were up by like 6 or 7 runs. And what ended up happening was there was a 3-0 count with the bases loaded. And the Padres manager, Padres manager Joyce Tingler said, "Don't swing." They gave him the red light. He didn't see it, and he swung through it. Well, how do you say his name? Ian Gabo, the pitcher for the Rangers, threw a 3-0 cookie over the plate, and Tatis murdered it. It was a no-doubter off the bat. See you later, grand slam. The issue is Chris Woodward, who's the manager for the Rangers, was visibly upset almost immediately that a guy just hit a grand slam off of him. The thing is, if you told me Chris Woodward was upset, I'd go, yeah, he's upset with his pitcher who just loaded the damn bases and then let up a grand slam. You know what I mean? What do you want? What actually happened was something much different. He was mad at Joyce Tingler, who has a connection to the Rangers organization, and went really like scorched earth on him because his young star just hit a grand slam on him in a competitive Major League Baseball game. Okay? What? Why? You know, and there's a video where you can see Joyce Tingler yelling over to the Rangers dugout, which you're hoping Tingler with a young core, young team, and a young star would just completely go to bat for him. The benches would clear, all that, you know, happy horse shit that happens in actual rivalry games. It didn't. Tingler looked across to Woodward and said, "I'll talk to him," which is pathetic. You're letting another coach who you're whooping his ass tell you how to run your baseball team. So what ends up happening is it becomes a big controversy on the field. Well, then Gabo then throws behind Manny Machado, who's hitting next, and immediately gets tossed. Here's the problem. One, I never understood in baseball why the guy who does what you don't like never gets hit. It's the next guy up, which it kind of leads to policing inside the teams, but still. So Manny Machado gets thrown at. I think they missed, which is hilarious because everybody made fun of him because they're like, well, there you go. That's your reasoning. But this is proven to be a bigger problem in baseball than just this incident because, you know, Tingler came out afterwards and basically said that he wants Tatis to have fun. He only reason he wanted to talk to him was he swung through a 3-0 red light, which is fine. He's like, we give guys the green light all the time. We gave him the red light because we were just crushing them at this point. We had the bases loaded. We gave him the red light. Okay, fine. That was what he said was his only issue. But again, that camera caught him saying, Chris Woodward, I'll talk to him. Like, oh, I'm sorry. There's that camaraderie. And that camaraderie is MLB and their stupid-ass unwritten rules. The MLB rule book is this fat. And guess what? The unwritten rule book is this fat. There's so many rules that just make no sense that is the worst. And this is one that I didn't even know was a thing, to be quite honest. Like, I understand there's certain ones, you know, you don't steal bases and stuff like that when you're crushing a team, which I still don't agree with because you're a major league team. If you don't want a team to run the score up on you, do better. You know, in reality, all these guys, their stats are what get them paid. Why would you tell them to stop? Their stats are what get them paid. Fernando Tatis just added a grand slam, a home run, and 4 RBIs to his name as a young player in a 60-game season. You're damn right he's going to hit a home run. You're damn right he should hit the grand slam. That's to get paid. You know, think about it. If he gets that opportunity 4 times in a year, right? First off, you don't get the bases loaded all the time. But imagine that, 4 times in a year. And say by some magical occurrence you hit 4 grand slams in a year, you're going full, you know, Albert Pujols, Ryan Howard back in the late 2000s or 2010s. You're just crushing grand slams. That's 4 home runs and 16 RBIs. That's the difference of 40 home runs and 36 home runs. That's the difference of 100 RBIs and 84 RBIs. That's a lot of RBIs. That's a lot of home runs. That's a lot of money. Do your thing and hit the ball. The other issue I have is, and again, why it's a bigger issue with baseball, a sport that is horrible at promoting itself, horrible at really governing itself, is now basically these unwritten rules are telling young kids don't have fun. Grand slams are fun. Home runs are fun. That's how you get people to watch. You know what's not fun? Watching a guy walk in a dude with the bases loaded. Or a guy sack fly one to left. That sucks. Let the young dude who's having fun out there hit a grand slam. It's awesome. Let him do that. Why would you stop him? So it came out afterwards too, which I did like, is both Reggie Jackson and Trevor Bauer came out in support of Fernando Tatis. You know, basically telling him, like, listen, dude, swing. You know, a lot of people, there's a changing of the guard of the younger generation is looking at a lot of baseball's unwritten rules and saying, those rules are stupid. And that's stupid. And the backlash that happened last night was simple. You're a professional. You don't want somebody to do something. Don't let them. Pitch better. You get the bases loaded and you're already getting blown out. Normally what you would tell a pitcher when you're getting blown out is throw strikes. Who cares? You lost. You know, but no. He couldn't find the damn strike zone, and then the one that he threw went right down Main Street. Well, guess what? Why did you expect him not to swing? Shit, I'm swinging every time. I'm going to miss, but I'm swinging every time. Fernando Tatis did not miss. So, you know, it's just one of those things between Tingler and Woodward as well. You know, Woodward yelling over at Tingler and Tingler saying, I'll talk to him. Are you going to talk to Woodward if, say you let that inning go by and don't score any more runs? Say the Rangers just got hot that inning and just started beating up on your bullpen. Are you just going to tell them to stop scoring? Like, hey, we didn't score on you, so you can't score on us and win the game. No, you beat them into the ground and then beat them down further so you know you win. That's the point of sports. Hell, the Atlanta Falcons would like to have a word with you when they say, don't, keep your foot on the gas. 28-3 ring a bell? You know, sports is littered by these massive comebacks of teams. Baseball is the only one where they tell you, just take your foot off the gas. Screw that, dude. Bury him. You know, football, they run the ball, okay, but it runs the clock out. Baseball, there's no clock. What are you going to do? Bunt 3 times, get easy outs, and then just hope your pitchers hold up? Screw that. Run the score up. Have fun. Fernando Tatis, keep hitting home runs. Every young baseball player out there, bring the sport back. Nobody wants to watch baseball anymore anyway. I do, but baseball's a dying sport, and it's sad. And you know what would help it? A shit ton of home runs and a lot of young guys having fun that you can promote on your billboards. You know what you can promote on commercials? Fernando Tatis sending a ball 400 feet that way. That's cool. That's fun. So, you can't promote unwritten rules. This is baseball's unwritten rule. Yeah, it don't sell beer. But you know what does? Home runs. So Fernando Tatis, you keep doing what you're doing.